Look at this resume for 5 seconds. Everything technically looks correct, and it seems like this person learned plenty of stuff at the internship if this is true. But something's still off. This is what I call a generic GPT resume, and chances are that your resume looks the same. The problem with this resume is that it lacks an emotional impact. You looked at the most important part of this resume for 5 seconds, but a recruiter looks at the whole resume for 10 to 15 seconds only. There are other problems here like clear exaggeration, aka dishonesty, lack of numbers and metrics, few impact statements, poor writing style, ambiguity, and lack of specificity. Now take a look at this. Instantly, this section looks way more impactful and promising. Whoa, what's this magic, Manware? This is exactly what I'm going to guide you through today. I'm not gonna share the most basic stuff here. This is an in-depth critical analysis that will bring your resume to the top 0.1%. That's right. For context, my resume has got me shortlisted twice in Amazon, remote European firm, YC-backed startup, native MNCs, and native startups as a fresher at the height of recession. So going back to the previous example, the main difference why the second one is more convincing is because of its writing style. So this is the format you are going to follow. Action verb plus what you did plus how you did it plus its result or impact with numbers if possible. I've attached a list of action verbs in the description of the video. Secondly, be specific, honest, and tone down that exaggeration. GPT makes you look unreasonably expert by writing stuff like result driven, end-to-end, and it makes you look dishonest. And we don't want to appear dishonest, right? Thirdly, you can mention your tech stack, methods, technologies, process, collaboration, or teamwork. Lastly, be specific and measurable. Instead of general statements like enhanced system performance, quantify your impact like improved API response by 20% or 35% faster or over 100 users. You might have heard of this blueprint before, but no one actually teaches you how to apply it. And well, now you know. However, just using this blueprint won't cut. Let's take the project section for example. The point of writing a project description is to impress the interviewer by showcasing your potential work. And if you're saying designed and developed REST APIs using Fast API, that becomes your ceiling. First of all, your project name should tell what your project is about. Instead of writing Rapify, write Spotify Rap Generator or Stats for Spotify. In the first line, describe what your app actually does and what impact it creates. In the second and third line, write about the most impressive feature or technology involved. Here, your whole purpose is to impress the shit out of interviewer. But you don't exaggerate too much. You will end up looking like a bluff. In the last line, try to incorporate a soft skill or some big impact numbers such as these. Try not going for more than 4 to 5 lines unless your resume is blank. Using buzzwords make you sound really smart. So currently you can use words like
big data, machine learning, blockchain, artificial intelligence,
RAG, MCP, WebAssembly, Islands architecture, Chopin, edge functions, new beat features, LLM ops, vector databases. You might be aware of what a lot of these terms mean, but they never come across your mind while writing a resume. ChatGPT won't mind either. One last example. Instead of writing designed and developed the Bliss music app, this is how I would write this project in a React Native portfolio. Here, the focus is on utility and encompassing a multitude of features and technologies. So keep that in mind the next time you make a project. At this point, your project is already better than 95% of those generic GPT resumes. But we won't stop until we are in the top 1% at least. This is how 90% of the resumes look like. Education from some random school in India. Okay, GPA like 7.5, 8.5, maybe a master's degree. Like 1,000 projects with hundreds of meaningless words, tech jargon, but also somehow not showing any actual knowledge of the subject. No internships, no research. Also, I need a visa. Please hire me. And I'm sorry to tell you this, but if your resume looks like this, it's basically dead. You need to add a personality to your resume. Take a look at this resume. Everything seems promising once again, but it lacks that wow factor. Nothing very eye-catchy or shocking here. I want more proof that you're actually what you are claiming to be. And you do this not by telling that you're passionate and resilient towards slavery, but by showing that you're passionate and resilient towards slavery. If you have unique unique projects or researches, active GitHub, creative portfolios, and an anecdote of your progress on LinkedIn, it will exponentially make it easier for a recruiter to put his faith in you. Now, I'm not sure about you guys, but all my friends suddenly start to cry about having a bad resume when the time comes to apply for jobs. But the truth is, the process of making a good resume begins much earlier on. But I know your lazy ass can't wait for 3 months. You wanna get a job this month, and I'm gonna get you a job this month. So here's a cheat code. You don't have to make the hardest and most complicated project. You just have to make unique projects that sound nuclear on paper. You know, all of this wisdom that I just showed you is not going to take you anywhere if your projects are ordinary. Luckily, I've already made a video on that too, and it went viral. But in short, take a look at our /side projects for some inspiration. Pick a niche which you love, like gaming, anime, gym, K-pop, gardening, whatever. By the way, if you want me to roast your resume personally, join our Discord. It's very fun out there. Now, in the last section, we are going deep into the subconscious mind of the recruiter. These are psychological tricks that will literally hijack the brain of the recruiter into releasing dopamine. So let's speedrun this. Look at this comment from a recruiter. Looking at your resume, I can't tell what exactly you are. Highlight your main skill and sell that. Just focus on that for now. Are you a .NET developer, a Java developer, JavaScript developer, what? So make multiple resumes tailored to specific skills. More applications is not equal to higher chances. Apply to less jobs, but apply precisely. Cluster your skills like this and not this. No way this guy mentioned Chakra UI in skills. See, if you're writing things like MVC or Radix UI in your skills section, I'm going to subconsciously assume that you are stupid. These aren't skills. These are minor tools or theory topics. Only use this resume format. Link in the description. Attach project links. I don't know who needs to hear this, but keep your best project at the top instead of the most recent one. Always mention your CGPA unless it's less than 7. Please stop writing resume summaries. Ain't no one reading that, bro. For the last time, stop making strippers and breast detection and e-commerce website, for God's sake. Don't keep more than 2 projects. That's a death statement. 2 high quality projects are absolutely terrific. Fix your order. Education at top if you have good CGPA, otherwise below project, followed by experience, skills, projects, and 10 achievements. This is a rough idea though, not strict. You have to showcase your strengths as high as possible. Consider a post is open for a data analyst and someone has to review hundreds of resumes, and there are resumes for all kinds of skills, full stack, machine learning, whatnot. But the skills required by the company are SQL, Oracle, etc. So how is a single person supposed to judge a resume if you have skills all over the place? So the resumes that focus on the skill required by the post are more probable to get shortlisted. I try to keep my videos as short and comprehensive as possible to not waste your time. It takes a ton of effort from my side to deliver such high quality videos alongside my full-time job. So share it with your friends if you appreciate it, and thanks a lot for watching.